All right, now we want to reduce some fractions. When we reduce fractions, it's really helpful to know your multiplication tables. So first what I want to do is show what 6/8 look like. So these are 8 equal parts of this circle. I'm going to shade in 6 of them. So what you might notice is 6/8 looks an awful lot like 3/4, and that's because it is. If I look at 6 and 8 as separate numbers, I can divide 6 by 1 and 6 and 2 and 3. I can divide 8 by 1 and 8 and 2 and 4, and that's it. But what you notice is these are both divisible by 2. That's the biggest number they're both divisible by. So 6 divided by 2, and I need to erase this because I'm running out of room. 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. So we're making an equivalent fraction, and when we multiply or divide both the top and the bottom by the same number, we're really just kind of multiplying it by 1. We're not changing its value. And that's how we make that equivalent fraction. Figure out the greatest common factor, divide both the top and the bottom by that, and that's our reduced fraction. So let's look at some bigger numbers here. If we find 18 on our multiplication table over here, we find it in a couple different places. So if we look at 18 and 42, so let's see where else 42 comes in. So if we look at these, make that a little smaller, sorry. We look at some of these rows where both of them are occurring. We find that 6 is the largest number that you can divide both 18 and 42 by. So 42 isn't divisible by 9 or 2, or it is divisible by 2, but that's not very helpful. So if they're both divisible by 6, we're going to divide both by 6. So divide by 6. 18 divided by 6 gives us 3. 42 divided by 6 gives us 7. So our reduced fraction is 3/7. Now, I don't like it when students divide the top by the bottom with a calculator to get a decimal, but I will tell you it can be very helpful to check your work when you're reducing fractions. Because if you put in the calculator 18 divided by 42, you're not going to get a very nice number. But if you hold that in your calculator and then separately you do 3 divided by 7, you're going to get the same number. So that's just an important trick to check if you've reduced the fraction correctly.